What's up, long players? Welcome to the Long Play Listening Party, the show where we go deep on local music, writing, recording, inspiration, gear, and whatever else sounds good to us. I'm Howie Howard from Mr. Furious Records. My co-host, Nate Holt, in the house tonight. What's going on, Nate?
What's going on, everybody?
And special guest, KG in the Drive, Katy and Steph Williams. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Super psyched to have you here. KG and the Drive have just released their first LP, Another One Gained, which we will be listening to tonight.
Yeah.
So yeah, welcome to the show. And that kind of goes right. I told you I had a first question lined up, and that's it. So my question is, what is the one in Another One Gained?
Another one gained. Essentially, it means opportunity. Another opportunity gained.
An opportunity.
An opportunity lost is another one gained. It's like seeing the glass half full as opposed to half empty. You know, silver lining as opposed to seeing the shit. So yeah, it's about just pulling out the positive from the negative.
Cool.
You can. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that really fits. The lyrics and the songs really are kind of collected around that theme, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of the songs on the album pretty much are all centered around that idea and that, that thought. So
did it start with a theme, or did it start with some songs and then the theme kind of emerged, or how did that?
Yeah, pretty much. The songs came first, and then the theme just came from basically like a time in my life and a time in me and Steph's life, which is funny to look back on. Like, we're in such a different place now than we were when those songs came together, and even when we recorded them. But yeah, basically the songs came first, and then the themes just came together because the songs all came from a pretty similar space and emotion and mental place, so that's how it went.
When were the songs written? Like what period of time? Was it like one period of time, or was it kind of like a... It
was kind of spread across a couple of years, I started writing a lot of them 2018, and then Steph and I worked on them off and on over the next couple of years, and then the pandemic happened, and then we got really into recording and doing home demos, and so we worked on them even more during the pandemic, and figured out.
Kind of the one upside is with learning how to do the demos, we could listen back, which we never really had that option before. So be able to listen back and be like, oh, this could use something here or something there. I think the writing took on a whole different sort of form than usual. Mm-hmm. But I know a lot of them came from the time period, the end of our previous band. Katy and the Girls. Mm-hmm. Pretty clever at naming our bands, obviously.
Yeah. If it's working so far, though, so.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, and you want to keep the name recognition because listeners, if you don't already know, and a lot of you do, Katy and the Girls, Katy you've really kind of made a pretty big name for yourself around Kansas City and around the blues scene nationally.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, it was important, I think, to both me and Steph to move forward with what we were doing before, but also to kind of at the same time we wanted to completely re-identify in a way, and we wrote all new music. The Drive basically has a whole new catalog of songs. So, we really don't play maybe one every so often old girls song, but it's all new material. So we really wanted a chance to refresh, re-identify, start in a new space, you know, and this was a perfect opportunity to do that. So, and the album feels like so it feels really good to have it out finally and to feel like, you know, we've let out that exhale, you know.
Well, no, I mean it's really cool that that you can bring your fans along and
Yes.
people will follow you, you know, artistically with that direction, you know.
Yes.
We've noticed
and
that
that
overall.
yeah, I mean and I'm sure that gives you you know, more motivation and to you know, go in other directions if you wanted to, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been, I mean, we've had lots of people that have been with us since like 2014, you know, that have been sending us messages about the new album, and, you know, people that we have seen in other cities that we used to play in with the girls, and like they, you know, it's been great to like carry these like friends and fans. Like we think of a lot of them as friends, you know, a lot of our people that follow our music and support our music, and to just carry them along on this ride, that it just feels like it's just this kind of this journey that we're on, and it's kind of
feels extra great just because I think we weren't sure if that was going to be the case. We were kind of like, oh, it's not bluesy at all, really. So there's a good chance we're going to drop a lot of people, unfortunately. But for the most part, I mean, I've been pleasantly surprised and just very happy to see that most people have made the transition with us, and it's still us. Like we're not, we weren't being something that we weren't, and we're not being something that we're not. But it is there's a difference in the songwriting and the kind of the overall vibe for sure. It exists. There's a big difference, but it's still very much us.
Yeah, I think you hit a real sweet spot in terms of invoking some of the same feelings and vibes and some of the musical gestures, but also very much the evolution and the journey, like you're saying.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good place to start. The music.
Sure, yeah, let's hear something.
Yeah.
I am coming to terms. You were coming around, making my peace, finding a sound, working through guilt, for moving forward, while my heart spills over. I've never felt more sober, and I could never see where this was taking me, rushing me down. So much energy just to spit me out, already spit me out. Oh, spit me out.
I hardly know where to jump in. Like, I could just listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
This is actually a funny spot. This guitar riff, we almost forgot to record in the studio. It's like,
it was one that we recorded in the demo, and then and we almost forgot to add it, and it, like, listening back, it's like, I don't know how this song could exist without that little bouncy guitar line.
everyone was like, what's that? We were like, oh shit, I forgot.
Yeah.
Demos are important.
We wouldn't have that line in there.
I mean, guitar hooks are so important. Like, they really are.
Yeah, a little bit.
Steph, I saw that you played bass on the record, and I haven't looked far enough back in the credits for the EPs and stuff to know when you started playing bass. So I'll just ask, when did you start playing bass?
Never officially. I played in a band called the Cave Girls for a while, like 10 years ago. That band was awesome. They were really great. But I just played on 2 songs on the album. Just played for fun, but
Okay.
I played on Bottom of Your Belly and Because It's Blue. Hated all the rest.
We wrote the bass lines together, though.
What I would have changed for an opportunity.
And actually, the end of this song ended up being like we added the last chorus and then like a guitar solo outro on this, and like that all happened in the studio, and it was something that was Kevin, the person who we recorded with. That was one of his big ideas that I like ended up loving, you know.
Yeah.
It seems like it was a really productive collaboration with him, because there are lots of little flourishes and things, but the core of your live sound is really still there on the record, I think.
Cool.
That's great.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
We've been playing a lot of these at shows lately, as just a duo actually, and honestly, they've been going really well. And it's like we like pick and choose the things to include in the live show, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I run a rolling pad that runs sometimes the bass lines, but I'm as of right now always like some of the keys and textures and stuff, just because I like to hear them. Fun.
For sure. Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
You put together like full bands though, that occasionally for certain shows though.
We'll be a 4-piece album release show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Friday we're playing with Michelle Bacon on bass, and then Kat King's doing like keys and guitar
Yeah.
and background vocals.
They're awesome.
Yeah. I wish we could do
Well,
every
sweet.
show
We're
like
having
that.
Kat King on in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
You are? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
She's great. One of our favorites.
Am I turning white?
Lots of fun to play with.
Yeah, I could see how that's like super fun to like just really like expand everything that
Yeah.
Yes. It's nice to do it for the live show.
Yeah, to execute some of the album stuff live.
Yeah.
yeah.
Kat's
Yeah.
great. She's so great.
Yeah.
She just
Yeah, and she does a lot. She does a lot of like extra vocals and stuff, which is it's a nice layer to have. And some of the little like guitar lines that like I like when I hear them. Oh yeah, I miss these when they're not there.
we've been rehearsing with her a little bit, and just found myself smiling.
Speaking of guitar line, I was gonna say that that guitar line you almost forgot to put in that song was really important, and I think
It was kind of a hook, you know.
it was definitely a hook. It was definitely a hook, and especially when the lyrics changed towards the end.
Right.
It, kind of give that uplifting vibe and everything. So
Exactly. It's like that rightness throughout most of the song that is like meant to be that like happy feeling, you know.
Which is sort of similar to like the bridge of this song of Discoloration. It's kind of the same. Serves the same purpose as the end of Happy Bridge. Yeah. This is the lining.
Pretty bridge. Out of the darkness.
I love Pretty Bridges though.
I know, me too.
Pretty Bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, the feel of it was Troy Adams, the bass player from Katy and the Girls, did a couple shows with us, and she kind of invented the feel of the bridge of this song, and
It's like a stomp.
Yeah.
That quarter note stomp.
I was like, "Hey, you're a genius."
She really went.
Claire actually, she sang with Hidden Pictures for a little bit.
Yeah.
So I got to know her a little bit. It might have been longer than I remember, or
Yes.
remember. Seems like it is, but she was really, really good though. I know she
Yeah. A great songwriter.
very good songwriter. great singer, and she was playing. What was it? Ukulele, maybe?
I think she was on ukulele in it.
Yeah. Yeah, she's super cool.
Yeah. It's good ideas.
Mm-hmm.
We try to play with her anytime she comes back in town.
Yeah.
This one was the second single.
Yeah. Discoloration.
I love playing drum parts like that. I mean, just straightforward, fat, medium tempo, just crash.
Yeah.
Oh, it just feels
Big
good.
old rock chorus. Just give it that space. Yeah.
So I want people to hear. I want listeners to hear, like the first minute of "Bottom of Your Belly" here, because I love it so much.
Oh, good.
Now we go straight for my chest. I'm open-minded to the heaviness. Nothing like an unfamiliar load. Just so you can get to know we're all shedding. Are we shedding? Trying to make a mess. I'm working hard on this new skin. Rid me of the poison and the show. Let me really get to know the beat in the bottom of my belly sinking so low. Nothing like a beat in the bottom of your belly.
So this is the point on the record where
Everybody knows it.
the vocals, the vocal performance here, and the sound of the vocals. I love it, and it.
Oh, cool.
Katie, I want to give you a huge compliment, and I hope you'll take it as such. For the first time, a singer you here reminded me of Nico Case,
Oh,
one of
cool.
my favorite singers ever.
Wow. That's awesome.
And yeah, it was this song. I was just like, holy shit, she sounds like Nico Case.
That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, I love Nico Case. That's one of my most favorite I think references we've gotten in a long time.
It's just that like purity, right? Just that focused, pure tone that sounds kind of effortless at the same time.
Oh wow. Oh, thank you.
Earned
I was
it.
gonna say that these songs, so to this point, remind me, or sort of has a Band of Horses feel to it.
I love that.
Especially those vocals, right? Like especially those vocals there, like just totally reminds me of Band of Horses, and that like they're one of my favorite bands. Like I have a lot of favorite bands, but like I love a lot of what they do, and that totally reminds me of it. So
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, we love Band of Horses.
He's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That
I was hoping that was a compliment.
yeah, oh yeah, they're cool. I like their music a lot. I think the like
We never want to be reductive with those reference points, but like when there's a good one, you want.
Yeah, and
to
I'm
make
not.
it, right?
Yeah, totally.
yeah, absolutely. Oh, I love hearing what other people hear when they listen, because like we have no way of being objective about it, and so it's interesting to hear what other people hear, Really,
It's helpful
I
too,
appreciate
because
it.
there's been quite a few times when we've been asked like to assign a sounds like, and like
We don't. I don't know.
Exactly. And it's that's one of the. It's like, at least to me, it seems like it's a really hard question to answer when you have like you're really into the songs. You've put a lot of time and mental energy and stuff. So it's really hard kind of to take a big step back and compare them. I mean,
Right,
you might
yeah.
have favorite people or influences, and
Yeah.
that might poke out every once in a while. You can be like, yes, it sounds like that.
Yeah.
But in general, I think it's hard to generalize.
Oh, totally. Yeah, I mean, it's actually really helpful to hear those things because it's like, oh, okay, I like both of those references actually. So maybe we'll start using. Yeah.
Cool. We got your recommended if you like for fans of.
Exactly.
Thank you.
We'll
Real
take
challenge.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, like I can tell you what I like, what I listen to, but that may
Right.
not be at all what you hear.
Mhm.
But I do like both of those. It's a great deal. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Of course, who knows what the next batch of songs will sound like? You know, we might
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
need a
mean,
whole new set.
that's what albums are like. They're all different, you know. Already been thinking about that.
Yeah.
It's a harsh realization.
So when we get to the solo, I want to also pause and listen to the solo in this song, Harsh Realization, but maybe as a way of getting there, Katy, do you want to talk about kind of switching from a blues-oriented soloing to what you did on this record? Or is
Yeah.
there much to say? Was it intentional? Was it intuitive?
No, it was, I mean, a little bit of both. I think it was like where the songs were like naturally heading. And I love to play guitar, but I don't like, I've always just more than anything loved play songs. So blues is like, that's always going to be a big part of me as a guitar player, and it's always going to be a big part of my playing, but Steph and I both like, we even talked about it like at the beginning of our band, like what direction we really wanted to go in, and it just like, it was like moving away from like traditional sounds. It was moving away from like a niche sort of little blues that we felt like we got kind of stuck into. So the guitar soloing like happened really just with like the development of the songs, you know, and it made more sense to do a guitar solo that you could sing or that you could hum, or something just way more melodic than like, I mean, and those are the solos that like I prefer to listen to. Like, I don't want to listen on a record. I generally like listening to guitar solos that I can sing or that like stick in my memory, and it's usually not shredding. It's usually not like some crazy thing that like I'm not gonna remember, but it's a melody. Yeah. So yeah, the playing definitely, and I mean that was another thing that Kevin helped. He sort of like, he would like hear things I was playing, like, oh, play that again. Some of the solos like we wrote in the studio, you know, and he would hear things that we didn't, and then I would like repeat it, and I mean it's amazing how naturally that can happen, you know, like. But it was just the direction I think that we were moving in, so. I hope that answers it.
Yeah. That makes all kinds
Didn't
of
want to
sense.
like talk into the solo.
Yeah. There was a lot of talk in the studio with Kevin though about making something that people could sing back and sing along with. I think you nailed it.
Okay, good. Your dog is crying? Carry on. Yeah.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah. It's a little bit clingy.
No, we understand the doggy.
Yeah, fantastic.
Oh, thank
Are
you.
there synths or other stuff in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like, man, Kevin had the cool thing about his studio. He had just like a bunch of like original gear. Like, so he had some like, I don't know.
It's like a wall
took
of
pictures of them all. But yeah.
I think I saw some of those. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
all different kinds.
I was super Joe.
Yeah, they sounded really. Yeah, he had some cool stuff, and then he also had things like he had like a Mellotron and then like a Wurlitzer and like a Rose and a Leslie and all sorts of like a vibraphone, and
We actually even heard vocal through the Leslie on one of the songs on the EP.
Sweet.
Did you run your guitar to that too?
the Leslie.
Yeah.
I don't think he had a bunch of cool pedals too, which we definitely played with. He had like some really cool old like tape delay pedals and this old new pedal that. He had so much fun stuff to play with.
Yeah.
So I want to go back to that solo a little bit though, because you were talking about not shredding, but to me it sounds like you are shredding even though you're not playing a lot. But it sounds like there's a lot of emotion going into that. Is that how it is, or do you? How much of that is kind of how what you're putting into it, and how much of that is the sound that you're going for? I guess with pedals and whatnot. If that makes sense, does that make sense as a question?
No, yeah. Overall, like, I try to like lose myself every time I have a guitar solo, especially one like that, where it's like that song's like it's an emotional song, it's a dark song, it's a very like vibey, moody song.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that is just like what I'm playing, and then it's also combined with like the right amount of like sound that we captured in the studio, like the atmosphere and like the pedal like vibe. I use like a very miniature version of like one of those old new delay pedals called and so that fits kind of like that space, that a little bit of the space that you can hear around the guitar, and then my blues driver like adds a little like just like cut to sort of define the tone a little bit more for the solo. But it's a combination. But honestly, I love playing guitar, and I sometimes I'll fake after a solo. I'll notice, or I'll be out of breath, and like at a show, it's just like, I don't know. It's just like, I think the point is to make people feel things as much as you feel it,
Because the harmonization solos.
Like it was definitely ripping, like.
That solo to me sounds like crying or something. Like it sounds just like wailing. This one though, like the Set in Stone solo, is like it's like a journey to me. I like that each of the solos kind of like serve their own purposes.
Right, yeah.
Based on the song.
It's nice to have like, I've been liking more and more having like, is this the halfway point?
Yeah, but we're
gonna keep going.
Finish your thought by all means. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh no, I was just gonna say that like I was talking about like solos and like that harsh realization set in stone. Like I've been really enjoying, especially in our new iteration, KG and the Drive. Like we're writing solo sections, and it's like it's not really like open ended or you can make it as open as you want, but we usually I like the idea of having like a section sort of that's timed out, and it's like it's structured out, and that's the guitar solo section. I've been enjoying that because I think, and that's another thing that like coming from the blues world where it's like you can just solo over a 1-4-5
Forever.
all day, and that's great.
Yeah,
and
all
I
day
love
long.
doing that, and I can do that. I love you know what I mean? Like I'll do that. Like I enjoy it, but also I do enjoy like a very thoughtful and intentional like section in a song, and a song itself being like a thoughtful and intentional thing. You know, like that's I think what makes a good song. You know, like it's these parts that mean things, and every part has its like purpose. You know, so. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of I guess things that from what you said that would make sense to ask about, which like the difference in songwriting between writing a blues song versus writing a song from this album, another one game.
Right.
But I did have a question that came up, or that I had thought about earlier, which is, I mean, I know that you kind of you did the blues circuit quite a bit, and in terms of that, I mean, with the different kind of direction you're going, are you pursuing different opportunities? I guess is my question, is what it boils down to. Like, are you, as an artist, like looking to still do that? Are you looking, I mean, obviously you're probably looking for different types of opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, we're like, what we're trying to do is just grow and expand. And really, like with the new band, we just started working with a new booking agency at the beginning of the year. And they've sort of helped us get into some new markets and some new venues and a couple of new festivals that are just, they're like non-genre specific, really. Like we played Summerfest in June, and it's like we're definitely like actively pursuing a more like broad, non-genre specific route, I guess. I guess it's more of like we're pursuing people that, especially as far as shows go, like live music people. We found to be, it's like if we end up playing a concert series or like some event in a town or something, it's like people that like live music are usually the ones that respond to us. It's normally just because they like music, it's like people that love music. But yeah, I mean,
I guess it's tangentially related to, what we were talking about earlier, which was, bringing your audience along with you. Like if you've played some of the same, festivals or venues that you were before, and getting the same, the positive responses, or was it like, oh, well, I thought you were a blues.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
We haven't really played any like blues festivals.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't think, and I think there's a reason for that. I mean, like everything that we have online is, it's all of the new stuff. And so even our first EP, which could possibly go over well in that world, like, I don't think it's just not blues, so like we're not getting asked to play blues festivals, which
we're not
it
asking
is
to,
because we're not pursuing that.
Read the room. Like we want to make people happy. We want people that will enjoy it to watch it, not people that are going to be like, wait, what?
Yeah. Right. It's just like it's neither. It's just like it's where we are, and it's just in a new place, and we're like looking to explore and expand and grow, and
but that's why I said that, like, I think we're so happy to have taken the people that have come with us. It means even more, because we're not just putting out another album of very similar stuff. It's like this is going to be different. So
I mean, we've played some of the same venues, that just a couple, but like, and there have been a couple people who've been like, like this is different, and we're like,
but for the most part,
like
I'd say the feedback that we've gotten more than anything was just that people have mentioned that they're happy to see that we've gone in a direction that we want to go in, or that we've taken a leap, or that we've just tried something that is maybe not the easy way to go. And we've gotten a lot of that feedback from people that mean a lot to us, and that's all you can ask for, really. It's just the people to be like, good job, like, way to try that. That's really cool. And then if they like it, it's even better. But it's better than just putting the same thing out over and over, I think.
Yeah. I mean, we're happy. We're very happy with it.
That makes sense. And I wasn't trying to keep going after that topic. It just
it's such a big
I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, the transition.
Yeah, exactly. It's the kind of the change in direction and how that is kind of different viewpoints on that. So cool. Yeah. Thanks for indulging my curiosity there.
Oh yeah.
Between the two of us, Nate's definitely got more of the music business type of mind.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
We're always down to chat business.
Yeah.
We can leave that for another time.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe the people want to talk business. You will have to, listeners. You'll have to stay tuned next week.
Yeah, maybe we'll get into that.
Come back for side 2 of Another One Gained, KG and the Drive, Katy Guyan and Steph Williams. Maybe it'll be all music business talk. You just have to come back and see.
You never know. You're going to have to find out.
So thanks for listening to side 1. This has been the Long Play Listening Party, and we'll see you next week. Later, everybody.
Later.
Bye.